Mic check 1 2. Alright, let's go. I think my sound is mic check 1 2. Yep, that's better. Go live in 3, 2, 1. Up this down to. There we go. So unfortunately, we were not successful with the challenge. This was the last trade from last week, and for some reason I thought that we'd be able to gap downwards and get to somewhere here. That would have made us that would have been like $300 at least, and we would have had some ammunition to play with today. But we gapped up like crazy. Let me have it on the 1 minute so we can see it properly. That gap up wasn't that bad actually, and it is right there. Just gapped up, and so this is what should have been the last line of defense, right? We did see some resistance over there, but not quite enough to pull up with this train. So we have been extremely bullish on this month, like extremely bullish for December, but seems like we're finally going sideways, right? From on a 1 hour time frame, yeah, seems like we are a little bit sideways on US30. But looking at US 500, these guys are walking towards that all-time high. US 30 already hit its all-time high, and we can see that US 100 is just right there. I think that's just US 100 just hit. It hasn't crossed yet, but we all know it's most likely to take the high. And this guy was always the last one. I mean, most of the time he'll get there. So how you can get that analogy that I say that it's either this one or this one who leads, and then US 500 is gonna be in the middle. It does lead sometimes, but most of the time, in my opinion, I think it's US 100 that leads. But in this case, US 30 had the huge lead. It did cross that. I think that was on Thursday, right? 13th. When was that? 13th of December's last week, Wednesday of last week. So let's see if we can still get today's a setup for the day, and then we can just have it here on this demo account that seems not to be going past 4. I think the highest I've seen in this account is 440, I believe. 430, 446. This is the high. Let me see. Yep, 446 is the highest that I've had on this account. So yeah, so I'm thinking to just stop trading for the year and just get back to it coming next week. So today could be my last day that I'm live streaming, and then we can get back to it next week. So let's see what there is in store for us. So I have to journal that last trade. So let me do this. Let me just make sure I have that checked, and all we're gonna do is just yeah, it is in a group. Awesome. So all that is taken care of. This is just the last the closing day. So let's head over to the monthly. There's really nothing to see on the monthly on US 100. there's nothing on the left. This was the all-time high, so we don't have any data on the left. So coming down, this is the level that we can look to reach if we start getting bearish, right? Let's go to the weekly. Weekly is still the same thing. This is where we are heading towards. So what we can do is have the previous week high now switch. It's locked to that guy right there. That's the previous week high that we just went through just a little bit with this today's candle, and with this week's candle we just went above that high, and look at all this rejection. So that was a nice place to sell. And then I want this previous week thingy over here. And there we go, previous week high and previous week noted, previous week high and low, and check right there. Still looking to, let me see, do we have like a gap in here? Nope. Yeah, just a small one. Look at that. That's an imbalance on the weekly time frame, and that one has to be covered. I feel like I'm too quiet. Yep, I think that's much better. The mic is kind of, yeah, mic should be somewhere here. Okay, take it up. Yep, that's much better. So this is a weekly volume imbalance right there. I think this is an area that we can reach for when we start coming down, if we will ever come down. And I think that's it on the weekly time frame. The other level will be, the high of, wait a minute, what have I been marking? Okay, this is the previous week high and low that's marked, so we don't need nothing else. And then that small imbalance, where did it disappeared? Right there. We'll see it on smaller time frames. And I think we're good on the weekly level. So we do have all these levels to work on our way down. I don't think these quad levels will be an issue, but I'll just leave them there. This is on the weekly pool. Wow, these things are too many. I think I can, let me just have them there. So let's go to the daily. Let's see what the daily looks like. Look at this gap over here. Very attractive in my opinion. That gap is gonna be on the daily, but then again we do have, I think we do have an imbalance over here in another one here. So I'm going to mark them, but I think if we do come down here, there's a high probability that we'll come down to this level. So I'm going to skip. Let me just have that imbalance over there marked. That is a good short-term level to aim for. I don't know why I'm feeling like today we can get like a sustainable short, especially when US 500 and US 30 get to that to their all-time high, if they will. But just in case, we'll just follow our rules and see if we can get a good win today. The daily pool is just right there. We do have another one here, so let's just mark it. Yo, my day. The open of that candle and the close, open of this one, the close of this one is how you want it marked. Boom, ba bum, ba bum, bum, ba bum, bum, bum. I didn't even leave a message there today, but I'll type it later. Yo, I think we do have another one here, but Ugh, just too many. Okay, it doesn't have to mark it. Let me just mark it as well. Awesome. And I think we also have another one here, but I think that's too far-fetched. I don't think we'll get there today. So we can mark that another day. So these two go to the daily pool right there. And so well, I'm seeing some rejection. So looking on the daily, then we can look towards the closing price of this candle right there. And then we have this gap over here. And then there's this one. And I think this could be just some free traffic up until the high of this candle. And let me just see, let me do this for a minute. We do have another gap here. This is actually a volume imbalance, price magnet. And remember also this high right there, that also did have some sort of, we can get some support over there, but I'm not going to mark that for now. I'm gonna have the, okay, by the time we get down here, that's gonna be enough. So I'm not gonna do any more markings. I think these two imbalances can work for now, right? So let me see the 4 hour. I like this. This is nice. We're kind of having this consolidation vibe, even though we're still bullish. As you can see, even though we're still forming like a channel that is going upwards, right? So we can still see us ping pong in here like that. Maybe go past it and just keep going up. Remember, these other guys right here are also working towards the all-time high. US 100 is just right there. So I think it just hit the high. Let me see actually. No, it has a little bit of some space over there. So they still have it. And this is on the monthly time frame. So that could be quite a distance on smaller time frames. But you can see that is where they are working towards, right? So last week, I did mention that, but I think that was a good time to kind of ditch my strategy, right? But then again, you have to follow them rules, so it's all good. So yep, this could be an occurrence up until these guys, kind of hit a all-time high, and then maybe then we can start seeing some sustainable shorts. So that is something to worry about. Now you can see this volume imbalance right here is what we are currently working. I'll have it marked just in case we cross it down. We can use it as resistance for resistance purposes, right? Because right now it's support. So if they do come down, that could be possibly support turning to resistance. What do I want to do here? This is gonna be the 4 hour volume imbalance. This has to go to the 4 hour pool right there. I'm just curious, what else do we have on the 4 hour? This is that daily volume imbalance that we can work our way to today. What else? So again, just remember that this right here, even though we've traded above it, look at that. Ooh, that is pretty much my strategy right there. Go up above some liquidity up there, then go down. Do seem some rejection. So I still don't trust this as a pillar to go short. I think they'll still come above this level up here. So we'll see how that goes. We do have this up candle, but I'm not gonna mark it. This was a 4 hour that we don't need anymore. This candle over here, price has closed above it and we've traded above the high, so let me get rid of that. We don't need that. I think we're good on the 4 hours. So what we can see in this 4 hour is work our way, challenge its 4 hour high, and also work our way to this high over here, or we can see us come back down to this zone that we seem to have found support over there in that gap, right? If we do cross this zone, then we do have this daily volume imbalance over here. If I can go back to the daily, it's this between these two gaps over here, right? And that why did I say it's a 4 hour volume imbalance? Oh, it's also a daily. So that's a level being shared with 2 time frames, right? On the daily, the same gap, same size, same, well, it's kind of different here. So let me just take it up a little bit. The 4 hour, pretty much the same actually. So let me just have it start from there. Okay, that works for me, and I think we're good. So we either come up here or we come to challenge this area, see if we can keep on going down further. If that's gonna happen, I don't know, because this guy is looking also very what do I say, ambitious to get up here. So 4 hour we done, and then 1 hour we can kind of have a consolidation vibe over here, and still working on that channel going up. So we're still bullish, we are still bullish. And wait a minute, so this level is the same as, let's go down to the 4 hour, and then let's go down to the daily. Okay, let me get rid of that 4 hour right there. The daily will do just fine. Okay, let me look at the 1 hour real quick. Let me get rid of this guy. We have this gap here that I'm not going to mark, but it's right there. The 1 hour, I feel like we have enough levels to work with, so I don't have to mark that. But this is an area that we can also see the market come and find support, either go back up or stay in there or keep going down. But we can see the vibe that we have on this is interesting. The same gap is also on the 1 hour. Wow. So I'm going to add it over there. When I see this, I don't know if this is a thing, but these areas, they seem to like have so much strength, right? See, it's a weekly imbalance over there. The bodies are not touching. It's the same thing on the daily, same thing on the 4 hour, again the same thing on the 1 hour. Interesting. Okay, let's go down to the 30 minutes. So the 30 minute has just a little bit small one in there. Then we do have some here. If I mark everything, our charts are gonna be, they're just gonna look like a circus. So we'll just leave the levels that we have in the 4 hour going up. Now this right here is suspicious to me, right? We did trade above the high, but this is just too shallow. I mean, that's enough sometimes to get sustainable shorts, but with what these guys are doing, I think this high will be challenged one more time. Now if these guys are done with going up, what we'll see is time distortion, where we consolidate just around this area until these guys are done with the objectives, and then now they'll start going down. That is a high probability, a high likability, but we'll see how that goes. Let me see the 15 minutes. I like this fair value gap here, but I know that we're going to have it on the 5 minute right there. So I'm not going to mark it. And actually, let me just do it so you can see for yourself. Right there. That is the 15 minute. So we are in between this high and this low, right? So that range right there. This is the range that we are looking at. So high probability that we will challenge these highs, but then again we can also come and challenge these lows again. Wickless candles over here, right? And I think they look the same. The wicklessness starts from 30-minute, right? 30-minute wickless candles right there. I think we're done. Let's go down to we do have another fair value gap over there. Let's go down to the 5-minute, and I'm going to reduce this to just the size that they have on the 5-minute, just right there, right there. That gap over there, that's good enough with me. And pull this up to 1 p.m. So we only have like 9 minutes. Change this to 5 minutes. And then there's no other imbalance over here. So if we do come in here and cross this, when we retest, that's gonna be my entry to go up, right? So I might ditch my plan just a little bit, but if my entry is gonna be there as per the plan, then that's even more perfect. And then look at this right here. Do have a gap right there. I'm gonna have it as unfinished. That lets me know that the gap was, what do I say? This is the gap. Oh my gosh, let me have that well marked. So when I have it as unfinished, it lets me know that we did trade into it to some degree, but we haven't finished, right? And then I'll just update it like that. Awesome. What I want to do is, in case we're coming down, do we have any other 5-minute fair value gaps? Yes, I like this one over here. Do I have to mark it? I don't think I have to, because we do have this daily volume imbalance that we are likely to get into. But just so you know, they can come down, get into this area, and then shoot up, and then come back to this zone later. So I like to have it, so in case I'm in an entry, then in case I'm in a short, then I want to take some partials at that zone over there, just in case we don't get to this one here. And then we do have another one here, and I think we're good after this. See, that's the original 5-minute fair value gap over there, but I'm gonna have it as unfinished because we did get into that zone and then we bounced up. So I do update it to that spot, call it unfinished, so I can know that was an area that was already visited. So there's a high probability that when it's visited a second time, that they will likely close it. It will likely be closed, right? Do I have to mark this one? Nope. So let me just have it there, and I think we're good. Oh, the other thing we do is now pull up that for our range thing, so we can see where we are in terms of premium and discount. So for me right here, I would only be looking for buys, right? So even though this thing didn't quite work for me the last 2 weeks, I mean, it did work. I just saw some dynamics that I had never seen before. Like there was a lot of buying from this area where I only want to look for sales. Most of the good buyers were from this area, and one of my rules says don't buy. So that one we'll have to look into it. But last month, all buys were mostly from this zone over here, right? Anytime I tried to buy from up here, it would take me out. So that's why I had that rule. What do I say? Do I need to mark this? I don't need that, but let me just do it anyway. So from last week, what I noticed is when we are just too bullish, then it's okay. You can buy from here, because this is an area that you can see it in two parts: the bluish part and the grayish part. So the bluish part I only want to sell, and the gray I only want to buy. For example, when after this one closed, then I'm not thinking of selling until we, I mean, I'm not thinking of selling unless we get up here. So right now I'm just looking for buys. And you can see how this one came right under that previous 4-hour low. And you can see that buy right there. That was just amazing. Those are the things I was looking for, when I was doing this challenge. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So one thing is, even if I did fail this challenge, just know that I've only lost 8%. So those are just rules for the farm. It's not like I've burnt an account. So nothing to be discouraged about. But I just feel like that venture is worth it. With only an investment of $267 giving you access to 50,000. I mean, you don't really have the whole 50K, but 1% of 50K is what? Is 500? Wait, what is 1% of 50K? Times 50. I think, $500. So that right there, you already have your investment back. But it is quite a challenge anyway to stay within those rules that they give. You can't lose 4% in a day, and then if you lose 8%, you're done. It's kind of harsh a little bit, especially in a season where your strategy is not working. But all in all, I think that venture is still worth it. So I'm gonna be giving it another shot, just not now, maybe next year. Next year, I'll definitely be giving it another shot, or things might change through the week, but I want a break. I need a break actually from trading. I don't know if that is possible. So we only have 3 minutes, and I think we're good. So what I'm thinking will happen is we can dive back in here and then we can shoot up. If that happens, we are taking a buy, right? Just for the sake that these guys are most likely going to be running this all-time high. If not, I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. So I think we are done here. Now what I do is just go down to no, not you, but you go down to the 1 minute, and I pull up my 30-minute ranges, which help me with my entries. So looking at this, if I was here at 11:30, this right here would be a buy. Now, if I really want to get strict with my rules, because this is something I've seen over and over, where we trade below the previous 4-hour candle, right? That range, and then there's a high time frame level over there, this zone, and then it trades below that 30-minute candle and then goes back into that range. That is usually a high probability trade. I don't see them all the time, but I can see them like once a week. I didn't see any last week, but I did see 2 of them where price went above that 4-hour, but there was no high time frame range. So I don't know if that's why those trades were not sustainable, but it did come down and then just took me out. Now looking at this moving forward, if such a nice trade is not working, like if you sell, which is a beautiful entry and it gives you a sustainable move, and then it starts going up, right? I think, and this is something I've thought about, but I don't know why I have not acted on it. So my stop loss will be up here, right? My entry, let's say it's somewhere over here, because my entries are usually just too tight. Either works or not. If it doesn't work, it just takes me out. When it works, I just get my profit real quick. Looking at this, right? If this is like a beautiful entry, when we go above that 4-hour zone and then come back, man, they usually produce some really good trades. But if it does come down and then starts going up, then that should let you know that maybe you should flip your trade, right? So where your stop loss is, have your entry right there, and then where the lowest low or some logical swing low, whatever, have your stop loss over there. Then see if you can keep on going up, right? Because I think that would be a nice way. If I did this, then I think I would still be, I think I would be in phase 2 right now, because there was a lot of bullishness last week. So that is something to look into, and I've actually thought about it so many times anyway. So it's just me, blah blah. And that is the reason why it's good to have what? Let me see, like one which I lost real bad. Like let's say this one. For example, look at this one. So, well, this one did trade to a high time frame level. So this should be like a beautiful shot. We've traded above the 4-hour. We've hit that high time frame level over there. So this is a swing low, or this one. So this shot should work like one time. Just give me my money real quick. But once I saw it losing, not really going down, then it will be, that should be an indication that, yo, there's a lot of bullish momentum. So how about you just buy at this high and have your stop loss like somewhere here. So let's look at the after. So it look like especially, see, we did come down and then it just shot up. So that should have let me know, yo, we do have some bullish whatever going up, right? Do we have like an after? This is where I do like to have like an after to see what happened later. Again, the problem with that is you can have your buy setup up here, tugs you in, and then goes down. So that is something to look out for. On Friday, I think that is exactly what happened. Well, this was a selling area, so that was a good sell. Again, we just went above that 30-minute high. That's a 5-minute level, which is okay. This low was my entry, and that was a really good trade. And we saw price just shoot in, and then we saw it come down and then went up. So that would be a nice place to buy and see if we can ride that momentum that is in there. And I think I do have like, and look at what happened next, right? So if I did bought here, that would have been a good sustainable buy. Get my loss back and get something on top of it. So this strategy is fire, in my opinion. I think it's just has too much potential. So anyway, we will see how that goes. So for the basis of me thinking that these guys are gonna be coming up here, let's see if we can get some buys of some sort. So it doesn't really have to come back all the way down here, but if we do come here, then I look for a buy, and we can risk like what, 1% of this account. Remember, I've been doing so good with this strategy. Took this account from 200k, right? And started in September of the 5th, and September, October, November, December. So 3 months and some days. Actually, it's less than 3 months because we're not counting the weekends, right? And I was not trading every day. Took it up to 422 with this strategy, risking 1%. I mean, there's a time I went rogue and I started risking a lot. I started risking like 25%. And the account went back to 0, and then I took it back up to 100 and 200, and then at 200 is when I started trading 1% and 0.5%, and now it's at 422. So there's nothing wrong with the strategy. It's just last week had its own dynamics. Something else is, even if we are bullish, if I went, let me go to the daily time frame. Even when we are so bullish, you can see like this day up here, this decline is pretty much what I look for, right? Like the market will logically just open and go down and then shoot up, and then it will close down. But for some reason, I wasn't getting that high of the day quite well. And you can see actually what day, so this is Friday. I don't know why. Like, look at that short. Sometimes it will happen. They were not happening at the end of the day. Or I don't know. I just didn't get it right. But it's all good. Let's go back. Look for those entries. I like what you're seeing. Look at this right here. Equal lows, kind of forming a trend line over there. You might see that as what, resistance. I mean, I'm seeing it as liquidity, right? Others are seeing that as a place to sell. I'm seeing it as a place to buy. Maybe I can model my entry today. And let me just do this actually. I'm gonna do a buy limit. Unless you do come here is when you can look for buys, but let me do this. I'm going to model this trade like this. At the top of that 5-minute fair value gap is where I'll have my sell limit. And then I'll have my stop loss just at the low of this candle. I don't think we're going to be coming down all the way, but we do have this imbalance over here, which is something to watch out for. So maybe it would be best to have my stop loss down here, but it's okay. I don't think we'll get down there. And then let's have a buy limit at that level. Trade buy. The stop loss is 27.87, and I'm gonna risk 1% for this account. That's gonna be 4,208, and we are good. There you go. So when we hit that level over there, it's gonna tag me in, and that trade is going to be live. I want my stop loss just at that low right there. Awesome. So let's see how this goes. All because I think that this guy's, so this one is just about to take that high, honestly. So this is on the monthly time frame. This one, let me have it. Let's see how it looks like on the 5 minutes. Yeah, the all-time high is just right there. Middle doesn't have to be so big. There we go. All-time high is just right there. Okay, we're just about to be tagged in. So this entry, I've modeled it on a 5-minute time frame. We just hit that level, but it has not tagged me yet. So I think that has something to do with spread. Bruh, do not live without me. Hello, trade. Fax just FAXX. So I don't know. I'm just thinking that we can go up. So, and then again, remember this is a demo account. So let me just have that as a disclaimer. But I think that if we do get to this 5-minute fair value gap here, I think we can come back here. For the reason being that these guys also want to get to that all-time high. They're just right there. Now, can we see them come down and then do that later? Yeah. So, but I just think that, there's a high probability that we can go up. Now, this is going to be a problem right here where we do have this 5-minute gap, 5-minute fair value gap. So I'm not going to be moving my stop for this one. So what I'm seeing is if we do get here, we should see some resistance. Once we cross it, when we retest, I'm going to have an additional entry, right? Now the issue, we should just focus on this guy. What else did I see? Otherwise, if I was trading this like on a live account or anything, I would still enter this, but half the risk that I would normally take. It will just be high probability for me if we can trade all the way to the low of this previous 30-minute range, or I'll wait for the 12 to 12:30 range to close and then see if I can see that dynamic. If we do close like right now, let me see if we can, this will be the high. If we close right now, I mean, if we still remain in this range, and then the low of this range right now will be, let's say here, right? So when they do trade below this, that for me will be a high probability. Trade below it and then go back into this range, or if they leave a high, then we cross that high. That to me will be a high probability trade. Now, if they don't tag me in, that will be unfair. Fox, I don't know if that helps. FAXX, thank you for commenting, by the way. Gotta be careful with this imbalance over here. So I like to have my stop loss just below such things. Yeah, this is not good. They just got there and didn't tag me in. Wow. Okay, in the meantime, we did get to minus 8%, so let me update this thing right here. Starts. So I used to trade the 5-minute time frame before. I think it's much easier, but you have to wait a little bit longer. Of which my trades are pretty much trade the 30-minute candles. Only that my entries are on the 1 minute, because I have to wait for a 30-minute range to close. So this one, I just did this because I don't know, I just feel like, now look at this guy, US100. Where are you going? Wrong direction, my guy. Let me see if we can, yeah, it's okay, we can watch this from the 5 minute. No, we cannot. All-time high is all the way up here. This right here was also a beautiful trade. See how we traded above this 4-hour range right there, and then it came back. So this you might have taken a loss on this candle, but then this one, we just came back into that range, and look at that shot. Beautiful. These are some of the things I was looking for last week, but you know, in November there was just too many of them. That's why I was so like confident in this strategy. But we all see now that, you know, seems like every month has its own dynamic, and I think the first week is where you can you can adjust to the different dynamics that are offering themselves in this market. And then again, December is pretty much, if you look at the history, December has a lot of consolidation. But this one, bruh, so far we've seen a bullish December. So again, my entry is right here, buy limit. We're supposed to be inside already, but I think that was because of spread, we were not tagged in, which is sometimes advantageous to, you know, have a buy market. But the thing is, if I bought, then my entry, I would have been filled maybe like somewhere up here, which is still okay because you're gonna be in there. But with the buy limit, then they have to give it to me at that price. at that price or better. Again, we see some sort of rejection, which I think is fake. I don't think this is gonna be sustainable to have it go all the way down here. Now, this is gonna be the last line of defense. And where are those things? Yo, I like you guys down here. This 5-minute down candle right here is going to be the last line of defense. Pull this up to 1 p.m. Right there, that's a 5 bullish order block. It's the last down candle before we show the we saw this move to the upside. Damaris says, hey Damaris. Raymond Sanchez says GMBL volume spike. What is GMBL? And thank you so much for the interaction. I appreciate. Yo, seems like this thing will just go without a sell, but it's all good anyway. Our intention was right, but we can still see this guy has come down. So this range is closing in 13 minutes. This will be the best place to have my stop loss. That would be the safest place to have a stop loss, down here, because of this volume imbalance over here. Oh my guy, you're living without me. Bruh. I don't think that US 100 will get just, let me see how many points those are. Like 6 points. 16, 7, 65.2. Only 6 points. So there's a high probability that they're going to run that all-time high. Now for US 500, looking at it on the 5-minute, this is just too far. Yeah, those guys are 72 points. Oh boy. I mean, we could still have a lot of bullishness. Now see this shape over here. This is that pendant, or is it what, wedge pattern? Man, I usually don't like to be in a setup when I see this, or I would wait until this thing is done, because I mean, most probably because we're bullish, then they're likely to go up. But what we can see with this is break out, retest that line, trend line of that zone, and then keep on going up. Another thing they can do is go up and then retest, make it look like they're going up, and then come down. Yo, my guy, that is one combination. That is one something we can see. Come down, retest, go down. I think the higher the time frame, the stronger this this pattern is, but it's also faked a lot, where we can also see them go up and then down, make it look like they're going up and then shoot the other side, right? Or the vice versa of that. Break out of it, go up, retest, and then make it look like they're going down and then shoot up. Something of the sort. I don't like that pattern. We do have the same sort of thing over here as well on US 100, US 30 kind of as well. US 30 now has has the reverse of it, right? Look at this. This is called seek and destroy. Anybody going up is being taken out, and anybody going short is being taken out, right? So this opening channel kind of, but then again, if you know how to trade it, you can make money going up, make money going down. So 1 month's meat is another month's poison. 1 month's poison is another month's meat. This is actually the worst, because so when we broke out of here, someone was buying. When we broke down from this low, someone was selling. If that was you, you go taken out buying. You go taken out on a buy. You go taken out on a sell. So yeah. But anyway, there's always gonna be some channel, something forming in the market. So take your trade, have your stop loss management, know when to stop. It'll be just fine. See how we're breaking out of this zone now. But then again, remember, they can still come back in. But then again, it's already squeezed, so it has to make a decision, go up or go down. Raymond, I don't know what GMBL is. Let me see if we can ask Google. Yo, I don't have to type Google. So GMBL volumes, is that like an indicator? What is GMBL? Is it a company? What is common stock? NASDAQ. Oh, it's a company stock. It's a stock. Okay, it's a company. GMBL is a Babe Ruth section first page. Okay, add whatever it is. Could be a stock or something. So volume spike. Yo, that would have been a killer entry, because would now be in the money. So that would be 1:1 already. But I guess we should have gone down a little bit further. This is one of the challenges that I would get trading the 5-minute time frame, and then having buy limits. The solution to that is just to use a market order. Once it gets to that level, just enter on a market order, instead of having limits. So that's just a quick solution for such things. So good. This is where I told you that we can have some sort of resistance, right? And we just stopped at not yet. No, actually, this is not even well marked. Right there. What is the high of this candle? The numbers here. 373.44, and it's the same as this high. So that candle just stopped at the spot where this one stopped, just at the tick like that. So that's going to be an important level right there. But is it going to hold as a resistance? I don't know. I think we will break over it. Now this is where I'd said I'm going to have the second entry. So if we do break above it, and then at that retest, I'm going to look for another entry. We have 6 minutes. 6 minutes to the closure of this candle. So I'm gonna be updating my dashboard. It's not gonna have that 50K challenge anymore. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just have that thing over there. Unsuccessful. So we broke out of this thing over here. I know there's so many people now who are buying. I'm thinking that makes sense to buy anyway. And then have some logical low. and then see if we can finally, break out of that whatever thing from there. US 500. Oh, something else is that level right there. This is why I think price is algorithmic. Is also the half point of the previous 4-hour candle right there. Like price is very much algorithmic. Let me update this so that I yeah. So I'm on the we've run that level right there. That was liquidity. So those highs are just too close to each other. So now we're in between this 5-minute gap, in between this 5-minute gap and this other 5-minute gap over here. So that is why I usually have these levels just marked, because to me they seem, especially if you're scalping on a smaller range, you want to note those gaps, because you can see we're now ping-ponging. We just hit that gap, and then we're coming from this gap that, so those gaps on the 5-minute, if you're a scalper, they kind of tell a story, right? Best case scenario, I'd like to see us come down and then come to this gap over here. That one I will buy, and my stop loss will be over here. The range is just about to close, only 2 minutes. I'm thinking that if I do see a sell setup, I can take a quick trade just to come down, but I'm still gonna have this level. I'm still gonna leave this trade over here. US whatever 100 has that formation as well, kind of. Right there on the 5-minute. See how it's kind of squeezing, so it has to break out, or I don't know. No. Now this one, you also have to watch out, because what if they want to come take this high and then come take this low and then go up and take that high, because that's what we have seen from 1030, because them, they are having the same shape, but theirs is opposite, right? Like I had said earlier. So those are things to watch out for as well. In my opinion, this is the worst one right here. But then again, if you know about it, then you make money going up, make money going down. Just ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Yo, my guy. Okay, seems like they're coming back to me. Now on the 5-minute, on US 500, we have to note that we do have some of an imbalance right there, right? That's just like a space. There's no, no bodies touching over there. So that is a price magnet. And we kind of have a situation here as well. They have this candle and that right there. So let's see how the reaction will be when we get to those zones. So this range has closed. Let me see how it looks like on the 1 minute. So yeah, this I think is going to be a high probability buy, honestly, because this is that low and this is my mic went off. Sorry about that. Mic check on 2. Mic check on 2. I hope this one doesn't go off. I think the other one is out of charge. Um so so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have this setup just stay there, but that low will be my typical entry on the 1 minute time frame. So let me go to a different US30 provider. Yep, right there. So this is just the same, right? I just don't have this all the high time frame levels. But what we know is we are in a discount, a good place to buy. Yo. Look at this guy. This is that retest I was talking about, so we can see it just shoot up. Again, we are leaving some niceness over there. High probability that that area will be running. So this is done. So let me just switch over to the other provider. It's gonna be the same, only that we don't have all these other things. So what I'm looking for is if we can trade below this low right here and then come back into this range, or we don't have to come back as long as they do create like a swing high. That's really my entry, but it's usually kind of a sweet spot for me if they do sweet spot or kind of a better dynamic if that swing low is formed inside of this previous 30-minute range. If I do see that, then I'll rush here to look for an entry. In the meantime, let's come back here, see if that 5 minute will be tagged. Okay, let's just watch it on the 1 minute. Still good. If I do space, it does take me to, what is that? Shift space, amazing. Space back, good. Yo, look at how US 500 is finding support on that gap right there. So I think by now, we can all see those 5 minute gaps. I'm kind of telling a story. Now we can easily see if they do trade down, we can easily see just turn to resistance because it's now acting as support, not anymore. Again, we do have some equal lows over here. That's extending. And what else do we have down here? Just in case they want to, we do have this 5 minute, but I don't want to see us get down here. Man, look at US 500. US 100. Man, it's a couple of them, so wow. US 100 is breaking down. Why? All-time high. Let me just make sure that all-time high level I got it right, just in case. Yep, right there. Right there. So, okay. In my opinion, if we do break this low, then that is going to be, I don't know. I feel like if we break this low, then we can see sustainable shorts. So let me mark the high of that candle just so I can, the open price of this candle, just so we can see how that goes. In the meantime, we're about to be tagged in with that buy limit, and this is gonna turn red once that level is run. Bro, these guys are going down, and now I want to look for buyers. Okay, so the 5 minute of whatever has been executed, the 5 minute trade has been executed. My stop loss is just below this low, and we'll see that goes. The reason for me having this stop loss here is if that stop loss is taken, then this low is also most likely going to be taken out, and we are diving deep. Okay, let's go back to that other guy, see if we can get that short real quick. So far, this high right here, this swing high, is my long entry, and then that's gonna be my stop loss. But guys, we are dropping. Look at this, guys. Oof. Jesus. Wow. So they're just about to close this 5 minute that I was anchoring this setup with. Just have it right there. Okay, let me get rid of those lines. So, okay, there we go. My entry was on this candle, I believe. Executions. Yep, on this candle over here. So that's on point. So with buy limits, they give you the price. I wish I knew where my original entry was. So my original entry was at 37,342.9, and then they gave it to me at a better price of 37,342.55. That's the what advantage of using buy limits. They either give you at the same exact price or a better price. With buy stops, they'll fill you at whatever place they want to, as long as you're filled, right? Which is also an advantage anyway. Okay, where do I need to be? There we go. So look at that swing high right there. That can be my entry, but this just needs to close bullish. So my entries are extremely risky, but when they do pan out, man, the return is kind of good. I get my 1:2 real quick, just like that. And sometimes even if my bias is wrong, I'm able to get that 1:2. But then when it fails, man, it fails properly. So, yo, my entry is supposed to be there. Let me see if I can get it real quick. Buy. So I'm doing a buy stop. The stop loss is gonna be at that low, which is 184. So this one has a different pricing, kind of risking 0.5 because I'm already in a trade. The other side, buy stop. Let's go. So my entry is gonna be at this high, right? And my stop is gonna be at the latest swing low. So looking at these guys, we do look like we are bearish. I just don't see why US 100 just gets right there and it doesn't take that all-time high. Only like what was it, like 6 points away? Yeah, that to me doesn't make so much sense. So I'm hoping that this is a fake out. But this is what I was talking to you about. The breakout, come back. You know, now they've gone down. Now we're seeing a retest of that zone. Are we gonna keep on going down? Maybe, maybe not. Weakless candle right there. Price magnet. Price magnet. Anyway, my entry is gonna be there. So let's go back to the other guy. Man, we are bearish. Look at these candles the way they're printing. But then again, we are in the premium. The previous 4-hour range, for me, I'm only looking for buys. Now, if that dynamic doesn't work, then I'm finding myself doing the opposite. Doing the same thing I was doing last week. Looking for sales up here when it was only buys. So now I'm looking for buys when the zone is offering just sustainable sales. But you gotta stick to your rules, man, you know? Now, once we do cross this area, we do have the high of this 5-minute candle. We should be able to see some support form. If it keeps on coming down, then we do have this imbalance over here. Now, if they do close below this imbalance, then there's a high probability that our stop loss might be taken, even though we do have this daily 4-hour volume imbalance. If we wanted to be really safe, then you'd have your stop loss just below this zone over here. But man, those big stop losses, that is not my style, my guy. What am I doing? So take my stop loss back to be at 1%. Now, if we start going up, what is gonna be my take profit determining factor? Maybe I'll use US 100 to take partials. Once it takes that all-time high, I might take some partials, right? But we can see that, I don't know, will they behave the same way that we saw US30 behave when it took out its all-time high? Because what they did is they slashed through it. And now I can't even see it. Where is it? Oh, yeah, it should be here. What have I done now? What has me done? Just hold that thought. Let me see what's happening. Okay. All-time high. Let me go to the 1 hour. It's right here. We smashed through it, came and retested that level, and then it just kept on going up. So we see the same thing with US 100 now that US 500 is kind of a little bit far away from its all-time high. We'll see how that goes. And my charts are all over the place. Just give me a minute. should be on the 5 minute. There we go. Okay, we're getting some. Yo, let me ask you one thing. Okay, we still haven't been tagged on the other, on this one. Okay. Oh, my TP is going to be just somewhere up here. 2.59. Broker, I'm using 8 cup on TradingView. It's right here. 8 cup, and then the second trade I want to do another entry is going to be on, I think this guy's, it's capital.com right there. But again, this is a paper trading account, so this is not real funds. Zumba. Rumba. Yo, it's like 13 minutes to 1. So the whole of last week we saw a lot of bullishness, especially in the last 30 minutes before 1. So are we going to have the same dynamic this week? It tends to switch, in my opinion, right? It is, the stop loss is right there to do its job. So far what I'm seeing is some bearishness on this too, especially. But what if this is just a fake, to get people excited by taking shots? If that is the case, then we're going to be seeing some crazy moves to the upside, especially with that 1 p.m. volatility that kicks in like 10 minutes to 1. Sometimes, but I haven't seen that happen. It's usually after 1 p.m. It can happen at 1:05 or 1:10, but mostly it's usually before at 12:50 to 1 p.m. PST. You see that crazy movement to the upside or to the downside. I think I've said this a couple of times. It's either they go up and then go up. It's usually like two or three waves, right? Like it would just shoot up and then keep on shooting up, or shoot one-sided and then completely go the other side, or shoot up or down and then just retrace back, but it doesn't have to like clear the whole move. So that is why these are areas that it's likely to come to when we have these imbalances on the 5 minute. That is something I've seen a couple of times, not always, but a couple of times. You might just have one move to that imbalance and then completely go the other way. So is that what we are likely to see today? We will see. And this is a 5 minute imbalance right here. So let me get rid of these lines. I feel like it's too much in the charts. But we get the point. We don't have to have that. This has completely been closed right here. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that level. That 5 minute can just stay right there. We just have it at 1 p.m. and then we get the point. Currently in some profit over there, so let's see how this goes. This is on the 5 minute. We do have this 5 minute. I don't like to see these 5 minute gaps just near my entry. And we are actually currently working this one, right? Even though I did delete that level. Let me see the half point. So in this setup, this is the second last line of defense, that high, the open price of this candle, that level right there. If we cross it, this is the last line of defense, this imbalance. If they do come and close right below that level, then the probability of this trade is low, 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 low. What I think will happen is we can see some pressure or whatever, some volatility to that imbalance, and then keep on going up. I've said that like 5 million times. So this one is going to be a problem right here. See how, the high of that candle is kind of offering some support. It's okay, the wick can go through, but the body is remaining, on top of it. So on top of this, whatever. Those are kind of good dynamics to look out for. To kind of make, watching price a little bit fun. Like, that's a level that I think price is gonna react from, and then you start seeing those reactions. It's kind of, it makes this thing less boring. 8 minutes to 1 p.m. Will we see some moves now? Oh, let me see this other guy. I think we can have a final TP like up here on this one. I don't know why we cannot see money. Oh, it's a buy stop, that's what we can see. So I have these rectangles on chart, this pendant, just to see, the reaction of, we broke up, now we've broken down. So this can be a little bit tricky. This one we just straight out broke down. I don't really believe in a short setup because we were just so near that all-time high. Not that they cannot keep on going down, they can actually keep on going down and then just come and finish the job tomorrow, right? But it's just a very high probability that, we can come over here. Now we did create another 5-minute gap over there. You can see the half of it just, is offering a resistance over there. So we can get rid of this one. It's completely closed, and we don't need that imbalance. We do have another one up here actually, so let me update to that one. Now, I used to trade like this, taking setups on the 5-minute and on the 1-minute. I stopped because, I don't know. Why did I stop? Because I wanted some consistency. Just stick on the 1-minute and just have the analysis on different time frames working out for you. Because I think I would take a loss on the 5-minute time frame setup, and then make profit on the 1-minute setup. The other time it's vice versa, so I lacked some consistency over there. But then I think it was just a little bit more practice, I think. But a few minutes to 1, 5 minutes to 1. We still haven't seen that crazy whatever. So the way these things are dropping, US100 is dropping like it's hot. This guy. So this low is this one, is this one. So we do have a low, lower low, low, lower low. Then here we have a low and a higher low. US 100 is kind of reluctant to keep on going down to take this high, which can be a good thing because we can see like an SMT form. So it's the weakest one, which is, you know, which on the way up, it should be the one that should move the farthest. Okay, we've now crossed, we only have like two, well, we still have some time, but we're now heading towards the last line of defense, which is right there. Consolidation, and then we shot up, support kind of. So can we find support here on this zone over here where we did see some consolidation right before we went up? Right there, that zone, can that give us support on US 500? That zone is kind of what we have here on US 100. They are going towards that 5-minute gap over there. Now this is what will even make this a very even lower probability, is if these guys, if they don't get support here and just cross this gap, then there's a high probability that this is even a lower probability. But if we do start seeing some support like a rejection going up, then it might be helpful. So far we have seen some rejection in US 100 from that zone, but so far they look as bearish as it can be. So whoever took this short, breaking out of this pendant thing over here, then they're in the money as we speak. I would never trade that thing anyway. But a win is a win. A strategy is a strategy. Whatever works for you is what works for you. For my key, the broker is 8 cup on TradingView. They don't allow US people. I have no idea. I guess it's the many restrictions. So the only way you can trade with 8 cup is, with these prop firm companies like SmartProp. They use 8 cup. And 8 cup is still on MT4, so I think they are a regulated broker. Others like Hong Kong Trade are nowhere to be found on MT4. Whoa, see that, how we just closed? So we can see like this, some sort of a pressure to keep on going down. So see how we crossed this 5-minute gap, then this is now low probability. So my stop loss is just right there. High probability it's gonna be run out. Bruh, we are sinking. And my stop loss has been taken. So that is another loss. What a week. What a 2 weeks period. And this is one of the reasons why I stopped trading the 5-minute whatever. That setup was okay, but I mean it's taken us quite a long time to get taken out. From 12:35 to 1 p.m. So my analysis wasn't on point. I just thought that this high was there's a high probability that that will be taken out. So now we're working to fill this imbalance over there. So on my 1 minute, whatever, our buy stop was never tagged in. So ish. US 100 finding support at the low risk candle. Well, we do have a gap right here. Whoa! So that setup didn't work out. This is that low that I said that if we do cross it, then there's a high probability that we'll keep on going down. So we can get rid of these levels. They have been run. That one has been completely whatever. Let me just leave them over there just in case we go up. Look at this one. Hey, my guy. It went up, broke down. We tested that zone and then started to shoot down. US30 was giving us some rejections to the upside, kind of making us feel like, yo, your long is sustainable, and then just one time changes gear. So I think this is that volatility. Today it happened at 12:56. It's usually a little bit more. Well, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. A little bit more strong than this, but they decided to keep on going down. Yo, it is what it is. No worries. We did make it to half of this previous 4 hour. Um, it makes more sense to me if it goes up a little bit, you know. Anyway, let me know in the comments, how did it go for you? Did you take a long? Did you take a short? How did that work for you? Did you take a trade? Do you trade these pendants things? Honestly speaking, I think that entry was fire. Honestly, I think that entry was fire. It just didn't work out. My bad. Mm. Mm. I'm trying to see what did I miss. Look at that consolidation over there, and then they do create that low, and then they shoot up and then reverse. What? Okay, let's get rid of these levels. That didn't work out. That 5 minute has been crossed completely. So we do have this one and this one. But now time's up. So, but then I also say that they don't have to take that all time. We can see them trade down and then come take it later. I just thought that there was a high probability that would be smashed through today. Yo, otherwise, I think that's it. Thinking of taking a break. Um, I don't know. Maybe I can just, keep it trade the whole of this week on this demo account. up to Friday the 22nd, or I don't know. So, man, this was fun. I'm not gonna lie. Took a lot of data. This is pretty much done. 2 weeks. Man, I was just taking shots in a bullish environment, and then now I took a long, and it's been taken out. Sometimes you feel like the market just knows where your stop loss is, but it's not really like that. It's just you knowing how to get in sync, with the market. But today I feel like that short was good. I mean, that long position was actually supposed to work, but it didn't work. So that means that it was not supposed to work. If that makes any sort of sense. So now we're finding support on that 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, whatever. And the stop loss below this zone was the best place, but that was just a huge stop loss for me. Man, December is a different animal. December is just different. I mean, I can have another setup over here, like, what would I call this? See if we can get back here. Let me just do it actually. But I'll only do like a 0.5% entry, right? We've already lost 1%. Buy stop, let's go. And that is not a good for stop loss. My God, stop loss should be, I'm gonna have the stop loss just below. We're doing 0.5 risk. Boom, let's go. And then I can have my final TP at this 5-minute zone over here. Yeah, that would be nice. Man, this account is back to 417. See how much we lost. And the full 1% right there. No worries though. No worries. No worries. Yo, unless there's any questions in the chats, I think I'm gonna end this stream here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure if I want to keep on trading, honestly. No, I think I want to take a break. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be coming back, but if I do come back, just make sure you're subscribed and you have the notification bell on, so you'll get a notification right there. So we are in deep premium. We've traded below a 30-minute range. We are still below the previous 30-minute range, but yo, these guys are still going down. Woo! Notorious US100. You are a bad leader. So you can see all these zones are just being smashed, that we normally find some support. So, we are on the wrong side of this thing. So, yep, I'm gonna take out my entry. So, yo, I'm gonna end this thing here. So, actually, you know what? Let's just keep trading. We can stay until Friday the 22nd, right? And then I can take a break then until next year. So guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you so much for the comments. I hope I answered those who asked any questions. Raymond Sanchez said about GMBL volume spike. I'm not sure if GMBL is a stock or that's an indicator. And he didn't, talk a little bit more about it, right? Yo, are we going up? Maybe I should have left that trade over there. Oh boy. 1438. So This one, I'll have my final TP just at that 5 minute thing over there. Just in case it's tagged, we can have some fun with that. If not, it's all good. We selling or going long right now? I was going long earlier, but I just got taken out. So, and then looking at US 500 on the 5 minute time frame and US 500 and US 100, it's already looking bearish. I mean, in terms of the 5 minute, but in terms of high time frame candles like the bullish time frame, this could be just that decline, as we go towards the close of the day. And then I think we're still bullish, honestly. We're still bullish. So right now, I don't think it's a good time to take a trade. It's now past 1 p.m. PST, which is what, 3 p.m. PST. The market tends to slow down in this last 1 hour, so not a good time to take a trade. We can still see some volatility, honestly, like they can want to come back into this range. We can still see just go back super fast, or they can keep on going down slowly or fast. But most of the times, especially after 1:15, the market tends to slow down. Slow down, slow down. I do have a buy stop at this high over here. So risking only half. I've already lost 1%. So once I lose 1%, if I have to take another trade, I go in with half the risk. So that kind of has me contained on the days where I'm losing a lot, so you don't burn your account real quick, right? So for example, you can see I was taking that challenge, and in 2 weeks, this is 2 weeks of data, right? I've only lost 8% because I was just getting it wrong. So if you're wrong every day for 2 weeks and only losing 8%, that shows some more, do I say amazing or immaculate capital management, stop loss management, right? So this one would only take what, 2, 4, 6, 8, only 4 winning trades, and you're back. Even after taking 16 trades that I got wrong. Out of the 16 trades, I think I only made money on one day. The other days has been, I think on 2 days. Out of 16 trades, 2 of them I got it right. So meaning 14 trades were wrong, and I've only taken like 8% loss, So trade management was just immaculate on this. So only 4 trades to get that money back. 4 1-to-2 trades. So, unfortunately, I cannot go beyond 8% on this challenge. Otherwise, again, as I said, only 8% in 2 weeks. This is amazing. So, wow. Warrior workouts. I hope I answered you. Yo, this has already been traded down. Any more questions? So if I was here at 11:30, that would have been a straight 1:2 right there. At that swing high, that would be my entry without even thinking about it, and my stop loss just here. And then we do a 1:2. 1:2. Unfortunately, that would not be a winner. Hey, my God. And of course, they would have given me even, most of the time most of the time they've been, because it's a buy stop, they can still give you your entry at that exact price, but most of the time I've been getting slippage. So this one would have seen me break even. So that setup right there would not have worked. But that would have been break even, so no loss at all, because we did get to 1:5. So at 1:5, I usually break even my trades. So that high right there is my entry for right now, just in case they want to keep on going up. And even if I lose, it's only 0.5. So the total loss for the day will be 1.5. So you know what? I'm gonna close the stream here, and yeah, we can keep. I'll keep on trading. Actually, we can trade until Friday, and we'll see how this goes as I keep on getting some more data for December, because this was quite, that was quite a smooth and rough ride at the same time. Look at this right here. This is, oof, this is just nice, So we traded above. Actually, if I was trading this, let me pull out those ranges. Yeah, this would have been a straight win right here. Wait for that 30-minute range to close. We traded above this high, the previous 30-minute range high, and then we are above the previous 4-hour range, because this one will not be here. So I'll be working with this 4-hour range over here. Trade above that swing low right there, that's my entry. And those are the setups that I'm looking for, right? But what time is this? It's 8:30. Nah, I don't trade at that time. Maybe later I can start trading, adding some more time. And this one would have kind of showed us 6.54R. But with me, 1:2 right there. Get in, get out. Right there. So this would have been like some 20-something minutes. 1:2. Take out 80 or 90%, then leave a runner, and then start, taking more partials along the way. That right there is my setup that I've been looking for. Okay, I'll end the stream here, and I'll see you guys next week. Where has my OBS gone? My God. I'll see you guys next week. Do have a good day. Do have a good night. And God bless you all. Keep on working on your skills. And in due time, man, we'll figure this out completely. In the meantime, we do our best. Doesn't hurt to learn. Doesn't hurt to go back and look at your setups, whether you failed, whether they worked out for you. Sometimes you don't understand what really happened. For example, today's trade. But then again, these markets are super, super, super extremely complex. You just have to go in with your cup and just get out, as much as you can and live, right? And we Gucci. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 p.m. 11 to 11:30 p.m. PST. You will get a notification when I go live. So thank you so much, and thank you for your comments. Thank you for the likes as well. Thank you for supporting the channel, and let's keep growing. Trader Mawera, and I'm out. I'm still not yet out. I will be out in a minute. Stream ended. There you go. Trader Mawera, and I'm out. See you guys tomorrow at 11 to 11:30 PST. God bless you all. And my trade is currently being tagged, and look at where they killed me. I feel like it's most likely to work, honestly. This is what I'm gonna do with this trade before I just leave. I'm going to have like a buy limit right there, trade a sell limit, and I'm gonna take most of those units. If it's 130, I'll take 100 at this level over here, just before that 5-minute gap. And then, just in case they want to keep on going up, I'll put my final TP at this high right here, and we'll see how that goes. Peace. Hold up. Okay, there we go. Bye bye. See you guys tomorrow, and I'm out. Okay, now I'm out.